Good afternoon, Azima.
Hi, Shunya.
I'm very happy to talk with you about your book that just came out in English,
Yeah.
My Life with Osho. And I have to say that first I really enjoyed reading it. I've known you for some time, but reading the book made me feel that I was very intimate with you and your journey with Osho. So the first question that really came to me as I was reading the book is, why did you write the book at this time?
Yeah, sure. I wrote a book in 2008, and it was published in Italy in 2011. The book was very successful. Therefore, I decided to let other people know about this story. That's why we translated in English, and it just came out 2-3 months ago in New Delhi from the Diamond Book. It's a quite big publication. And the original reason, I had these thoughts. I'm going to leave the body relatively soon.
Soon? Ah, okay.
I mean,
not too soon, I
20
hope.
years is relatively soon. And I had this amazing experience to being close to such a master like Osho that I want to share this experience. Because the main thing is just to share what I experienced in Osho, what I experienced to be close to him, especially the last few years of his life. That was the main tool.
Well, the other thing I really wanted to share with you today is what touched me the most reading your book was the depth of your devotion, especially in the light of how many hits you received from the Master.
Yeah.
I guess what we call Zen hits.
Yeah,
Really, really something. And I feel very, very, very in awe of your remain devotional through and through. Can you share something about that?
I mean, people will read the book. The book starts actually, what you are talking about, the devotional, is almost at the end of the book, when I can close to Osho, when I can physically get close to Osho. So we are talking now the last chapters of the story. Which is in 1986, when Osho came back from the world tour, being in jail in an airplane for 8 months. The president was in jail, he could not land anywhere. So he decided to come back to India. And in August 1986, he came back to Bombay. In that moment, for different reasons, that the book explains, I came very close to Osho. So I reached Bombay at the end of August '86, and we were only 5-6 Western people, and I started to take care of him and giving tickets to people to see him and things like that. From that moment, for me, it was like, wow, I understand so much. And then we came back to Pune, and we get what we call Pune 2. It is the second time we opened the from 87 to 90 when we left the Delhi. And in these 3 years, for the first 6 months, I was living in his house. He called me his house, in Lao-Tzu, which you know very well, because you've been working there.
That's right.
In Osho. And this intimacy with the Master kind of completely changed my perspective. I was like seeing this human, which was not, being close to him was not really human. He looked like he was not human at all, actually. And my love for him somehow it grew to see this compassion this man had to share something that is so difficult to share, because whatever you say about spirituality, it's unsayable. You cannot say anything, but he's been talking for 50 years to say something which is impossible to say, like a big master like Jesus. So this compassion here make me feel coming closer and closer to him. I felt more and more open to him. And then at a certain point, I started to hit him very hard. But all the time, he went for 1.5, 2 years to hit me public, in discourses, in private. He split from my girlfriend. He gave me to be in charge of the medical center, and then he threw me out of the medical center. He did he used many devices with me. And it was a very difficult time. Not because I have any doubt, no, absolutely, I never had doubt about him as a master, but it was difficult because my ego was in such a shock that every few weeks it was hitting me, and I could not understand why he pointed to me. At that time he pointed to few people, and he started to read these few people, and I was one of these. But inside, nothing else happened that my love for him growing more. I knew he was working with my ego. I know I have an ego, I still have an ego.
Maybe not.
Well,
Maybe, you know, it was, I know from our side, it was always considered a great privilege to have the master hit you. And you really got beat up.
yeah.
So this is a great compliment
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
You have a lot of it